Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my July beauty favorites for you guys. I was so close to not filming it anymore, but I have not missed a beauty favorites, and some of you guys do enjoy watching these. I enjoy watching them, so I'm just gonna film it because I turned it up on my channel. So, let's get started. Really quickly, I didn't do a June favorite. That is simply because I was out of town. I was on vacation and I completely forgot. Like, I was on vacation the last 2 weeks of June, and it never hit my mind to pre-record that. That way I could edit it and upload it. I never thought of that. So I was like, oopsies, I just won't have a June favorites. That's the only excuse for that one. But from now on, I will be pre-recording if I ever have that situation again. But anyways, back into this video. Product I want to talk about is a gel. I like to use it more as a moisturizer, but it is actually a hydrating gel, and it is by Clinque. I got this at an OCC, I believe it is. It's like discounted higher end makeup store. Like, they have MAC, Estee Lauder, Bobbi Brown, all those kind of brands. They sell perfumes as there. Sell fragrances as well in there, like Coach, Michael Kors, things like that, but it's at a reduced price. So I've been wanting to try this one, and since I came upon it, I was like, I am going to buy it and try it. So this is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. It's supposed to be a hydrating gel, in other words. It's like a moisturizer, except in a gel form. So it really is a gel. It's not a lotion or anything. That is there, and it just melts into your skin. It is oil free, so once again, and it's hydrating, so I like to use it as a moisturizer because it's not too thick whatsoever. Absolutely love it. Have been using it for that, and I think it is totally worth it. I know at Sephora, because I saw it the other day, they sell like a mini size for you to try it out. You can definitely try it out first before you buy the big guy, but I will link the website to the store that I'm talking about. It's OCC. Yes, I will link their website down below so you can locate your store. Next thing I want to talk about is a moisturizer. This was actually going to be in my June favorites, but since that video wasn't able to be recorded, I'm going to mention it in this favorite, and it is by Aveeno. It is their daily moisturizer. This one has sunscreen, and I am obsessed with this moisturizer. I absolutely like it. Use it in the morning and at night, more so in the morning, because even though it is a moisturizer, I just feel like it's not thick. It's a very, very thin. It has a nice thin consistency, and I absolutely love that. Under makeup, I have worn it under makeup, and I don't have a problem whatsoever. It's also a thin a thin texture to it that it does not leave your face leaving greasy, as you can tell. Like, it's just so smooth, and I love it, and it gets the job done. And I mean, come on, Jennifer Aniston in her commercials, like, she sells me this. So I was like, okay, I need it. I need to find something to get rid of these dry patches, and I found it. So bam. Love this guy. In hand, when I bought this, I also bought the Aveeno Daily Moisturizer Lotion, and I'm sure a lot of you are like, why are you mentioning a lotion in your beauty favorites? Well, because no one likes ashy skin. I mean, it's out there. We're women. We don't like ashy skin, am I right? Especially this time of year, like during the summer, you definitely want to have nice and moisturized skin. I have been obsessed with this, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because I know I am not the only one like in this world who hates putting on lotion. The feel of lotion to me is one of the most grossest things. For years, my knees are extremely ashy, that now that I am grown, like ever since the past 4 years, when I try to put lotion on, after about 2 hours it wears off and my knees are ashy again, and I'm just like, am I the only one who's having this problem? I'm like, is this happening to me because I neglected lotion for like the past 10 years? Like, why is this happening to me? The feeling of this lotion so much. I like the way it feels because I feel like it immediately sinks into the skin, that it doesn't feel like slimy or, you know, gross feeling. Love this one. It does keep me moisturized 24 hours. I apply this every day, and I cannot tell you how hydrated and glowy my skin is now. I do not have ashy skin anymore, and I absolutely love it. So if you're one of those people like me who have ashy areas in your elbows, knees, whatever, ankles, because ankles happen too, try this moisturizer. I've talked about this product for like ever, but thing I wanted to talk about are some palettes. The first palette I want to talk about has been on one of my tutorials, I believe, by Tarte. It is the Tartelette palette, and I absolutely love this palette. This palette is gorgeous on so many different levels. It is an all matte palette, which I am down for. I don't know why. I really prefer matte shades over shimmery shades. That's just me. And this palette is just to die for. You get so many, like, this is, I love cool tone eyeshadows more so than I do warm tone, and these are more cool tone than they are warm tone. So you do get a couple warm tones, but you got some nice mauves and plums, and then you have nice taupes, browns, like transition colors, nice highlighting colors. I feel like this is like an essential, like this is an essential basic palette. Like if you have this palette, you can use any other eyeshadow and create a look, because this would be the perfect palette for you to use in combination with another one to come up with a transition shade, a crease color, an outer V color, a blending color, to come out with a under brow bone, no, to come out with a brow bone highlight, an inner corner highlight. It is just beautiful. Tarte never lets me down. I love Tarte so much. Like, the pigmentation in these eyeshadows are no joke. And even the ones that are light, I don't think you can tell. Even the ones that are on the lighter side, you can tell that kind of tan color. I just, see that? Oh, the color pigmentation is so nice. It's a beautiful palette. If you like cool tones, you would definitely love this. If you love your plums and your grays and your kind of, you know, smoky kind of shadows, I feel like you will love this palette. It is by far my favorite palette. I think I've had this over a month, and I still die for it. Let me know if you guys want to see more tutorials with this palette. I filmed one, and I used a couple from here, but it wasn't based on the entire palette, but I will do one if you guys want to. Let me know. So these next palettes I've had for quite a while now. I just have never used them on camera, which I promise I am, because I got so inspired this past month. I was always trying to do cute eyeshadow looks and shimmery eyeshadow looks, and these are by BH Cosmetics. They've been out for a long time. I got them when they first came out. It's the Wild and Free palette, the Wild at Heart, and then the Wild Child palette. And I love these palettes so much, simply because these are baked eyeshadows, meaning they are shimmery. This one's Wild Child, and they all have different colors. This is by far my favorite palette with your finger, because they are baked eyeshadows. You don't need a brush. They are like, here, oh, you can't tell. Look at that. There's that tangerine orange, and then there is that nice gold color. These are just beautiful, and they come with this huge mirror. The one I used Wild Child and then Wild and Free, which is this one a lot. This color here is to die for, as well as this nice bronze color. Like, beautiful colors. I'm extra bright. Like, is this not one of the prettiest colors you have ever seen? So I was so inspired. The three of them together, they do sell them separately, but they had like a deal going on for all three of them. I'm pretty sure they're still up. If I can find them up on their website, I will link them down below. I just got them at BH Cosmetics, and yeah, if you guys want to see a tutorial, let me know, but super uber obsessed with these. My next favorite are a pair of eyelashes. These are by Ardell, and they are in Double Up. These are Double Up Wispies. If you thought wispies were the greatest eyelashes invented, you have not seen Double Up Wispies. These are so gorgeous, so beautiful. I also used these in my previous tutorial, which was the Pink Madness tutorial. Once again, will be linked down below for you guys. These are so fluffy and beautiful. Like, I can't even tell you how beautiful they look on person. Like, when I wore them the first time, I was like, oh girl, I feel like Beyonce right now. Give me a moment. Like, these are so pretty, and they're like, like they're super fluffy and luxurious and very glamorous by far, of course. These are not your everyday natural lashes. They are not. But if you are like me and you love a nice glam lash, you will love these. Simply because they are super affordable. Simply because they are super affordable. They are, you know, drugstore price. They are $3. And then not only that, you can find these just about anywhere. If not, you can even find them on eBay. I actually found these on a whim at my local CVS. I was just walking there and then I saw them and I was like, double up wispies? Like, is there such a thing? I thought Ardell couldn't get any better, but they did. And they came up with this. Brushes I want to talk about. My first brush is from Wet n Wild, and it is this flat foundation brush, as people like to call it. And I cannot tell you how really like how good this brush works for such a cheap price. I paid $1.99 for this brush. Yes, $1.99 for this brush. And the reason why I wanted it was to be able to set my under eye and to be able to bake under my contour. That's essentially why I had bought it. I fell in love with it and I went back and I bought 2 more. You guys, a clip in my next tutorial. Like in my next tutorial, I will be definitely using this brush so you can see it in action. But this blends out concealer like a dream. So I like to blend my concealer out with this brush. And then since I have 3 of these, I use the other one to go in here under the eye and get really close to the inner corner and set under there. And then as well as setting right under here so I can get a nice sharp contour. You guys, a clip in my next tutorial. Like in my next tutorial, I will be definitely using this brush so you can see it in action. But this blends out concealer like a dream. So I like to blend my concealer out with this brush. And then since I have 3 of these, I use the other one to go in here under the eye and get really close to the inner corner and set under there. And then as well as setting right under here so I can get a nice sharp contour. So super obsessed with this. The reason why I love it the most is because you cannot beat the price. Like you cannot. Like their e.l.f. brushes are $1, but that's like their basic ones. If you want to get their more like elite ones, they're like $3. So this is up that alley, and I want to say even more. This is like a nice brush. This is up like Real Techniques alley. Like this brush is so good. It's you could apply foundation if you wanted to with this. I have not tried it because I just don't like these flat tops to blend out foundation. It's just not my thing. Really good quality. A lot of thought was put into this brush because it doesn't shed on me because I've washed it like a bunch of times already. It doesn't shed on me, and it just the application from it, like from blending out my concealer, I was so blown away. Like, whoa. It's $1.99. You can't beat the price, and I promise you it's beautiful. It leaves your concealer, leaving it flawless. The brush I wanted to talk about is a foundation brush. I've been using this brush this entire month, if not even month and a half, to apply my foundation. This brush is from Bdellium Tools. I got this at IMATS New York when I went this year. This brush, what I've noticed is that when I press my foundation into my skin, it just blends and leaves such a flawless look. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and it's not cakey. If anything, I feel like it lasts a little bit longer than when I use my beauty blender. That's how good this thing is, and I absolutely love it. And what I like most of all is that it is dense, but not too dense. Like, it's pretty fluffy, so that's also why I really like it. I feel like this helps my foundation go on more flawless and beautiful. Part of this brush is that I paid like $10 for it. Like, you don't have to pay $30 like the one from Sigma cost. $10. And I absolutely love it. I like regret not buying more of these, which I probably will next year or go online, but I will leave their link down below for you guys. I know I always say I'll leave links down below. That's just if you guys are curious to see, because they sell a lot more brushes than just like foundation brushes. I have a bunch of brushes from them, but this is by far one of my favorites. So I will leave the link down below for you guys in case you've never heard of Bdellium Tools. They carry brushes, they carry so many different things. They are really great, and check out this brush. This is the Bdellium Tools 957 brush. This product is a concealer, and this one is by Maybelline. This is the Super Stay Better Skin Factor Concealer. Yeah, that's what it is. So, mine is in the shade medium, and Maybelline did not let me down again. Like, Maybelline has never failed me up to this day with their products. I am obsessed with this concealer. This is the concealer that I used in my previous video, and it is the concealer that I'm wearing today. This is by far one of the best concealers ever, in my opinion. This is better than the Age Rewind they came out with. I still love that one. That is my tried and true forever. But this concealer is bomb. And let me tell you why. The very first time I used this, I forgot to use a primer that day. Like, I was in such a rush to get to work that I forgot. I washed my face, I put on my moisturizer, and I forgot to put on primer, and I just slathered concealer on myself. Because on an everyday basis, I don't like to cake on so much makeup. So I like to use this under my eyes because I have super dark under eye circles. So I like to go in with concealer there, around my nose and around my mouth, which are my redness areas, and then just set it and be out the door. So I completely forgot to use a primer, and I placed this on, and I even remember I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put on a primer. Oh well, and I kept on about doing this, and I blended it out with this flat top here. I mean, with this Wet n Wild brush that I just talked about, and I cannot tell you, it did not crease on me, and I am not exaggerating. It did not crease on me for the 6 hours I was wearing it that day. And it blew my mind so much because I was like, I didn't even wear a primer. Like, what? Like, after about 3 to 4 hours, it did start to get a little oily in this area because I do wear my concealer here. It got a little bit oily in this area, but that was it. I quickly just patted it with my oil blotting sheets, and I was good. So it blew my mind so much. Concealer, check it out, especially if you have oily skin or you have eyes that are always creasing. Definitely check this out. I feel like it will be really good for you. I love what they did with this, and they have, I think, like 4 shades. They may have more. I just probably don't know, like, off the top of my head, but I loves this. And yeah, please like if you do like watching my monthly beauty favorites. Subscribe if you haven't already. That button is down below. Because I'm not like those cool, smart editing people who can make it appear like here or somewhere on the screen. I haven't mastered that technique yet, but I will one day. But till then, subscribe, become a part of my YouTube family that I have here. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.